This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. I'm Alex Brown. The Northeast Indiana Strategic Development Commission is investing $10 million to launch a comprehensive regional housing strategy designed to address housing needs in the 11-county region. New Haven Mayor Steve McMichael says the goal is to enhance development capacity, especially in smaller communities.
We want to make sure that we're equipping them to be able to have the capacity when it comes to planning, when it comes to plan commissions, when it comes to Board of Zoning Appeals members and elected officials to understand the issues that they're dealing with. The great thing about this, too, is we believe that if other regions of the state want to replicate this, it'll be easy and scalable that could be copied in other parts of Indiana.
The commission plans to conduct a community-by-community analysis to better understand what each locale needs and what their deficiencies are. Ball State University President Jeffrey Mearns announced Tuesday that Katrina Bulkley will be the next dean of the university's Teachers College. Bulkley currently serves as a University Innovation Fellow at Montclair State University in New Jersey, where she is also a professor of educational leadership. Elkhart-based Thor Industries is reporting fiscal third quarter net income of $113.6 million, down from $120 million during the same period last year. CEO Bob Martin says that despite the dip, the company remains confident in its long-term outlook and that of the recreational vehicle industry as a whole. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio. In a bid not to lose any tournaments and the resulting economic impact they bring to the city, the Icebox in South Bend will build a third rink at its Walnut Street location. The organization was scheduled to break ground on the project this morning, but postponed the ceremony due to inclement weather. Patrick McMahon, secretary of the Icebox Board of Directors, says the nearly 30 hockey tournaments hosted at the venue, as well as the Compton Ice Arena at Notre Dame, generate over 25,000 overnight hotel room stays and more than $14 million in economic activity.
That's the economic impact that affects all of the businesses in the downtown area and through South Bend, because you have Notre Dame located on one end of town and the Icebox on the other, and the crosstown traffic has a big benefit on an awful lot of our friends that own restaurants and so forth in the hospitality business. We didn't want to see that lost. We've gotten support from the Hotel Alto Tax Board locally, as you would expect with all of the hospitality impact. We've gotten support from the city of South Bend. We have secured some very significant pledges. We've negotiated a significant line of credit that will turn into a mortgage with the bank should we need to. And so we're moving along. We're close enough on our capital costs that we can move forward.
The third rink is projected to cost just under $12 million and open by the summer of 2025. The not-for-profit hopes to complete the project debt-free. It has raised about $8 million and is looking to bring in another $4 million. With the U.S. Olympic swim trials less than 2 weeks away, USA swimming officials today sought to make a big splash with the unveiling of the event's pool, a million-gallon custom-built tub of water atop the concrete floor of Lucas Oil Stadium. But despite the novelty, it's the first time a major swimming event has been staged in an NFL stadium. Ticket sales are still trickling in, with organizers and local officials acknowledging more must be done to meet attendance goals. USA Swimming CEO Tim Hinchey said he would like the event to bring in about 16,000 people per night for most of the 9-day event's primetime slots. He has higher aims for opening night on June 15th, with a goal of about 30,000 spectators, a figure that would shatter the current world record for most ticket holders at a swimming event, which is just more than 16,000. The executive director of the Evansville Regional Airport says the coming return of nonstop service to Chicago can be attributed to a massive collaborative effort. Nate Hahn credits the work of not only the airport, but local elected officials, the regional business community, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation that led to American Airlines announcing in April plans to return service to Chicago in September.
It was immediately sitting down with airlines and understanding, again, what their post-pandemic world looked like and how do we fit into that. And it was meeting after meeting, and so we always talk about things don't happen fast, and then they happen very fast. And this is a good example of that we had been working with American for several years. We've grown service at both Dallas and Charlotte post-pandemic, which has been very nice, but still needed that northern hub, and it's something our business community needed, but just the region needed as well. It means connections. Air travel is all about connections. And so it adds about 120 destinations out of Chicago, which between the three hubs will get us to 200 destinations, one-stop destinations out of EVV. that is a very well-connected regional airport.
The return of service to Chicago comes as passenger traffic in Southwest Indiana is on the rise, up double digits over last year. The region is now turning its focus to regaining nonstop service to Detroit. Hahn said there isn't any news to announce on that front, but officials continue to talk with Delta about that possibility in the future. Outgoing University of Southern Indiana President Ron Rochon is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.